Alright, and here we are in a 3v3 mashup. We've got Team Black with Sir.Tuxedo, Krakanu, and Stiflerzx. And then on the other side, on white, we've got Adamwest, Macnkill, and Drunken. Looks like everyone's getting to work here pretty quickly. I'm guessing this is Krakanu, working on building power, just going ahead and starting to build his own base. And looks like a bot factory going up here for Team Black. So they continue to get more metal. Not a lot of power being made. So far only 2 power generators up. And a bot factory going up for Team White with quite a few more power generators up at the moment. Actually, a lot of power generators planned out here. Looks like they're building sort of a basic SimCity outline. This slowly going across. Another bot factory going up here. Go ahead and secure this area. Wow. Go ahead and secure here. Getting some engineers out to go ahead and start working on taking metal spots here for white. Black is already starting to work on some engineers, and some engineers already out over here, and a lot of power generators planned out. Just going to go ahead and expand out this way to all of these. White working on lots and lots and lots of power generators. And getting a bot to go ahead and help out building that energy storage. Commander's sort of walking around there. He's going to have to get around to build, and it's going to take him some time. Air factory going up. Another metal spot being taken. Lots of energy storage going up, my word. Tons, and even more going up here. Will be interesting to see what they're going to do with that. While down here, white is making a break for it, building some more power generation. Going to go ahead and grab metal. Units starting to get out more metal extractors, working on getting more here. And more power generators going up. Black actually is staying pretty consolidated here. Looks like only working on power. It seems like that's probably something they're kind of strapped on at the moment. Looks like quite a few metal extractors been set up for that. And working on more power generation here, getting a few more engineers out. Not really so much expansion as compared to white here, or gray. Gray just pushing out with the expansion a lot. Pushing out this way and grabbing all of these different metal points here, really pushing out, and it looks like gray has gone ahead and managed to scout first of black's places, and they will have seen that they are only one commander there. So that means they should be scouting much more, because they've got to find these two here. Looks like some air factory is going to be set up to go for that little guy there. And it looks like most likely Krakanu is going to see about building a ton of air factories. My word. There's a huge amount. Looks like it's going to be air domination here. More and more being built. Just tons of air being built. But it looks like white has managed to scout out both black locations, and that will give them an easy edge to go ahead and start hitting them. And that's the real important thing. Knowing where your enemy is gives you a key advantage to go ahead and start attacking. units getting to work on building some basic defenses just to go ahead and hold the position here. And then going to work on getting some more factories out. Lots of air being built. Tons and tons of air. Not sure what they're doing. They may be just going for air for fun, but definitely this is not a strategy I would consider using at all of myself. Real big risk, but could have a large payoff if they can flip up to having a higher, much better tech level, which hopefully we'll see here in the next few minutes. Scouts coming out, and looks like they're should go ahead and start scouting. Still constant scouting by Gray, just trying to keep an eye on what's going on. And already vehicles starting to be built, anti-air included. Some doxes being built and anti-air ants. Lots of power being set up to be built. Even more power being prepared to be built. Lots of power, actually. Huge amount. Actually really surprised by that. Large, nice expansions here by Gray. And they're starting... Looks like Black is trying to tech up here to Tech 2 for an advanced bot factory. Not sure if that's a great idea. They may actually seem like be playing two separate games. They're sending out things, and they're going to go ahead and be finding out where Gray is right now. And alright, they've got an idea of where the first Gray base is, but not up here yet, which gives them a bit of an advantage. Black still unaware. Gray working on expanding more and more, already getting those factories up, starting to build some doxes. Doxes incoming at them. Go ahead and try to knock out those two missile defense towers, and they may be able to stop all those. Those anti-air towers can actually do a lot to just small groups of doxes, and are built rather easily. Pelter trying to be built pretty quickly to go ahead and stop any advancement here by them. And starting to come out here for Gray, and their line is starting to be formed here quite well, actually. Black here sending some units around back to most likely go ahead and just try to raid a little bit, which they might be able to pull off here. Gray getting out ants over here to go ahead and take out this Black. First advanced bot fabricator, actually third one out, getting some work on some advanced power generators. Lots more airs, and some vehicle factories actually starting to go up. Lots and lots of air starting to be built by Black. Black still sending his units around to go ahead and try to raid out the back. Gray building more and more troops and starting to shove them forwards. Small pelter creep starting here. It looks like that they've gone ahead and built defensive laser tower there. That pelter is going to get annoying. If Gray can catch on what's going on, they can sweep up here and just take this out. Starting to build some anti-air vehicles, actually, which is surprising because they should have air superiority, so they shouldn't need to worry about any defense for air. Flipping back, Black making a small raiding run, and it's going to take out that one metal extractor. Gray should be in the know by now that something's up. Looks like not really at all. And Black, if Black swoops around here, might be able to take out that one and hit all of this power generation back here, which will be quite a shame to lose. Tech 2 going on for Gray. Got one unit on it so far. Flipping back to black. Black starting to get work on a vehicle factory. Tech 2 vehicle factory. And getting to work on more Tech 2 economy. Strong force starting to push forwards. And also some Tech 2 coming up here for gray. And it looks like black has found those engineers building that power. And they are going to hit them. Take them all out. Gray really needs to pay attention and go ahead and just take some of these doxes and just run up there and kill those ones. Pelter being built up right now, and they'd better get some more troops on that or they're going to be at a pretty big loss. Pelter being built right there, and if they don't get that Pelter up here soon, it's going to be quite a bit of a loss. Almost halfway, and they're most likely going to lose this area. They are pulling up a large force. If they can push forwards with that, they can most likely take this down. Raiding force coming around the back, trying to take down those doxes, but so hard to hit them. Looks like the doxes have been taken care of over here. Fighters coming in, mopping up the bombers that are there. Doxes coming around the side, and they're going to start pushing in that way. And it looks like the Pelter has been completed, and it's going to start knocking out that one there. That Pelter is going to go down really quick. Knowing that there's a Pelter there, looks like Gray's going to start sending a force forwards. Go ahead and combat this. And they're getting hit on 3 sides. It's definitely not a pretty picture there. Black sending in bombers to go ahead and attack what's over here. Almost complete with Tech 2 for Gray. Gray pushing in and really hitting hard with ants. Pushing in quite a few ants there. Go ahead and take out what they can, but those slammers are doing a pretty good amount just to stop them there. Gray moving around the side, and they're going to sweep around and hit over. Looks like Black's going to just go ahead and keep on building that line across and maybe sweep around with the ants. Looks like the ants there are just being used to keep away any attacking force. Gray pushing up still. Anti-air units hitting those bombers, and they're going down pretty quick. Ants moving in against those slammers and those doxes, and they are going to take a pretty big hit. And those ants just sweep right through those. More bombers coming in and just causing more and more problems to all of those. And these ants just sitting ducks, not doing anything. Not sure why. And it looks like Black is sending in troops. Looks like a dox is stuck, just sort of sitting there, not doing anything. And Gray is sweeping around the side, and looks like coming around in behind the base into the power, and looks like they've already taken out one. Looks like only one power generator was hit. Ants coming in around the side. And it looks like Gray is still having a large build-up forces here. Lots of anti-air being built just to combat all of that power being built up by Black. Gray is starting to lose their forward base here, and that's a real big hit to them. Moving forwards with the ants, go ahead and hit them. And if this commander can sweep up in here, he can mop up those ants pretty easily. And it looks like they're actually going to go for the advanced vehicle factory here. Just go ahead and take that down. Going back, it looks like another big push here by white on this base. And just getting shoved in there. There's not much they can do against those advanced defensive turrets. Now I'd like to really see is to go ahead and just get some pelters up just right here. Allow them to take control and just smack down all of that very easily. Large forces coming together, just hitting each other. All of those bombers sweeping in, and they're just hammering all of that. But all of that anti-air is just mopping them up quite easily. And that large force is getting taken down. Now all of these should be producing here. Just go ahead and stop all of those bombers. But it looks like they haven't started. The line's starting to be pushed back here by black. They're getting a lot more out. And still rolling up. Actually, it looks like that ants for black have been rolling in and taking out. And all of those factories just saying they're building nothing. And that's a huge loss, because if they had been building units, they could have stopped this attack from ever happening and secured a place. The start of a catapult going up here, and that's going to allow them to extend their attack real far, which would be a huge loss for gray, definitely. And it looks like gray is just working on building more and more Tech 2, but the Tech 2 is just sitting around, not doing anything. It looks like they're getting an advanced radar up, which is helpful, but looks like they're not going for nukes or anything yet. They are, however, going for orbital, which may give them the advantage they need in this game. No orbital up yet for black, it looks like. Actually, looks like they're starting to, by a huge push by gray, my word, onto this. And it looks like all of their work has paid off, and they are just pushing in and devastating all of this base. And it's going to be quite a large loss for black. If they can go ahead and hit that orbital, that'll be a large victory for gray indeed. Gray's starting to pull its units back, sort of pushing it forwards, but not. Looks like the Doxes just don't have any idea what they're trying to do, which is kind of a sad thing to see, just because they could be pushing up here and taking out all of that. All those air fabricators working there. More incoming. And all of those factories should have even one fighter. Could have been so useful to it. Lots of Doxes incoming. Just go ahead and try to stop this advancement. But no support of any air. He's got a huge amount. It looks like tons of bombers coming out, but no fighters anywhere in sight, which is an immense loss. It looks like this is becoming a war more about who can build the most bombers. These bombers coming in just to sweep up all of this. Huge push of units going in for the kill. Lots of ants incoming. Even some shellers. Let's go ahead and try to push back that defensive line that has taken so long to be built. And gray is pushing a huge force forwards. Go ahead and try to push gray back. Gray's going to have to watch out There's an immense amount of forces just coming in right there. And if Gray isn't careful, they're going to lose all of their foothold in this entire region. Gray still trying to push on Black here with very little success. Sending more and more troops into the meat grinder to go ahead and try a win. More and more units coming around the side here. Being pushed back, and this base here looks like it's going to have to be abandoned or totally lost. There's just almost no way of stopping so many ants. Advanced radar satellite slowly being built by Black. It looks like a nuke's actually being built. And another orbital launcher. Advanced radar satellite going up for Black also. Going to go ahead and get that. At this rate, they're most likely going to succeed. Still, more and more units. Just a humongous war economy being shoved out here. To go ahead and face off against White. And White is not doing well. As Black rolls through the base with so many units. Nuclear platform almost built, and orbital still being worked on. No nukes so far seen from White here. It's like mainly they're just flying around. Tons of bombers incoming. And just attacking anything with no fighters to combat it. It's almost a no contest game. Fighters finally being built out here. Like somewhere. They're trying to take out this entire line. Large amount of anti-air being built here. And it looks like this commander may go down. Being sent in to just try to see what he can do. Starting to pull back in an attempt to save him. But he's getting surrounded. And there's not going to be a way they can save him. The commander is down. And White is down a commander. Hulken's being built up here for it. Still no attempts, it looks like, by Gray to build any sort of pelters or anything to go ahead and take on any of this. Which is something a lot of people underestimate. They send a lot of troops in just to get killed by all of this when they could have built a single, just a normal radar and built 2 or 3 pelters and taken out all of this defense. And that would have allowed these troops to roll in with very few casualties. Gray is simply swarming the area with bombers and fighters to try to maintain control of this. A huge push now by Black, sweeping all of its units around across towards Gray's other base. Advanced orbital radar is still being built slowly by both. Neither one has completed it. Nuke is almost halfway finished for Black. Black has finally lost their advanced factory, but they have the Hulkens up. And that will give them a major advantage. Large push of bots around the side. Incredibly huge one actually being pushed up. Tons and tons of factories going up here to build many, many ants. It'll be interesting to see what happens with them. commander attempting to escape, and advanced radar slowly going up, and that will give the Hulkins a chance to hit everything within range, which is quite large actually. Nah, looks like it's going for the advanced vehicle factory, and another hit, it will be done. Huge docks rush just around the side, it looks like. More bombers just swarming around, attacking all of those ants. I'm surprised actually that no one's invested in, looks like actually Black has invested in Tech 2, and they get an advanced radar satellite up. They have 2 nukes being built, and another orbital one going up with an advanced normal solar array, not an advanced one. Still another nuke launcher built, but nothing on it, which is sort of a shame to see. People don't tend to think about the fact that they actually do have to start building those nukes instead of it just happening automatically. Docks rush being pushed in, and they are losing that simple T1 defense. Starting to push in there, destroy all of that, but it's not a huge loss since they already have orbital defenses up. Most likely going for the Hulkins there, but they're getting decimated by that turret. There's not going to be much they can do. Huge amount of troops coming out, and they'll want to activate all of those bombers and take out that before it reaches them. Actually, they should see it here any moment. The advanced radar satellite almost complete, so is the nuke. And it looks like that they haven't quite realized this force is getting funneled there and sort of getting stopped, which is actually a great luck for White, just for the fact that all of these units are just getting stuck here and swirling around, and that gives them a moment. Go ahead and try fix the problem. Advanced bombers incoming. And it looks like White was secretly building a nuke, and that nuke has been launched around the back, and it looks like it's going to go for the main part. Black has almost completed their nuke. And we'll see where White chooses to put it. Nuke's still on its way, and it looks like it's something. But it looks like that White is down a player, actually, which is not good. All of the troops coming around the side now, trying to sweep in, and White can see the entire map now. And it looks like they got nuked right in the power. Luckily, they had all of this extra going on, which most likely saved them from anything horrendous. Solar Ray is starting to go up, and White should now be able to see this entire huge force coming in. And also all of these bombers just swarming. Another nuke almost complete, and quite a few anti-nukes going up all over the place for Black. And another nuke almost complete, so they're just about ready to start nuking the heck out of them. And that Hulkins is doing devastating damage to White's forces over here. White trying to stop the large push with their huge army that was being built here, and all of those bombers, they're able to effectively counteract all of that. bombers incoming now to go ahead and take out anything left of white forces. And just huge amount of black going for what looks to be the commander. And that commander is going to go down here in a moment. And he's down, taking out with him their orbital and almost killing the advanced vehicle factory. Large bot rush up towards the north is likely to hit this side over here and kill that nuke before it can be fired. The other nuke is almost complete. The nuke, however, is fired just in time and most likely to either hit here or in here. Another nuke being built here by white with another launcher being built as well. And the incoming nuke, quite a few nukes actually being built at the same time. My word. And the nuke will land itself squarely in the power generation for white. And white has almost completed another nuke, well as black has completed their nuke and actually fired it, and it's going around, and it looks like it's going to hit the main infrastructure of white. So white slowly tries to pull all their forces forwards, and it will land and take out quite a few factories there, well over 10. And now it's a battle against ants, bombers, and fighters. Sadly, these bombers just sitting there getting picked off by all of the fighters. And all of these units just not moving at all. It's a shame to see because they could do so much damage to this force. And if that commander goes down, it is the end. Pulling the commander back, trying to get him safe, but without any air cover, he's just getting hit over and over again by all of those advanced bombers. The ants chasing after him. Large ant push by white as their nuke is almost completed. It looks like black has opted not to fire another nuke yet. Still working on building it, trying to chase down that commander as he runs away, and it looks like they fired the nuke, and the nuke will land squarely and take out all of the incoming troops that were trying to go after the commander, which is a short victory because all of these factories just are building tons of units just so they can swarm across, and they do indeed look like ants. Still no change in the air fight over there. All of these fighters and such could be used against. And it looks like another nuke comes in, and it will land itself straight in, taking out most of the defensive force, going to try to help secure the commander. And black will easily sweep up any remaining forces there as they simply continue to bomb, and it looks like it is a surrender for white to black.